Up until 2023, I was a desperate hornball who based his self-worth on his ability to get with women. Here's how I've overcome this. This is a really hard topic to get into, as I've not really heard anyone talk about it before. But to be honest, starting this year and before, my only goals were to pull women. No joke. Sometimes I was successful and sometimes I completely missed the mark. But that was all I wanted. That's why I trained, why I went on holidays, why I went out, and why I was such a great dancer. It got to the point where my mates wouldn't even see me for most of my nights out due to my Riz attempts. It became a massive problem and even got to the point where it affected my self-worth, and I had no aspirations outside of this. In April, after a completely mental lads holiday in Albufeira, I was left feeling really empty. Self-worth and mental health were down the drain, and that's when I realised a change was needed. I'd always wanted to be a PT, so I started studying, and also went on a solo trip to Greece and Spain. This is when I finally realised that you can have an amazing time and meet great people without having to get drunk or get with anyone. I then got my PT cert and managed to get a second job on top of my 9 to 5, working from gyms in Belfast and taking fitness classes. At this point, I also then started making TikToks. It consisted of vlogs of my busy days, my training, my diet, hiking, gym reviews, my family, and me just generally talking shit. It was a tough barrier to get over because I did care what people thought and the fear of judgment was real. But through taking the classes, posting on social media, and taking on presentational roles in my corporate job, I got over a fear of public speaking and caring what other people thought of me. September, I really wanted to dial in work, training, nutrition and sleep. So I hired a coach, started tracking everything, set the goal to go alcohol free for 3 months, and got into the best shape of my life. I seen a massive improvement in my confidence through working and sober nights out, and most importantly, I stopped feeling the need to get with women, and I seen a new way to feel achievement and self-worth, which was through setting tough goals, dialing in and achieving them with both myself and my clients. And I also died ginger, so I couldn't even get with anyone if I tried. At the end of the year, I launched my coaching app Dialed In, where I now help people one-to-one to become the absolute top version of themselves by, well, dialing in, tracking metrics, being honest with themselves and striving to improve. The fact I define my self-worth by getting with women is both embarrassing and makes me vulnerable, as I know there's people watching this that know me personally, and I know there's plenty of people out there who'll happily pass judgment for me sharing this. But at the same time, there's probably someone watching this who has the same issue, and if I make myself look like an idiot in front of the vast majority, but the message gets across to just one person and helps them, then it's worth looking like an idiot. There's still so much I have to do, so many goals I have to achieve and people to help, so I'm absolutely buzzing going into 2024 and I'm ready to dial in for what's coming up next. And if you want to follow the journey, it would mean a lot if you drop the page a follow. Cheers!